Good morning, all of you. Here comes our new chapter, new interesting topic to discuss today. Are you all excited? Today we are going to discuss about deficit spending and public debt. Welcome to the lecture. In this chapter, we have 4 learning objectives. First, to explain how the federal government budget deficit occurs and define the public debt. The second objective is to evaluate the circumstances under which the public debt could be a burden to future generations. The third objective is to analyze the macroeconomic effects of government budget deficits. The fourth objective is to describe the possible ways to reduce the government budget deficit. We'll discuss each objective one by one. And if you have any questions, any of your ideas, any of your thoughts, you can share that on this topic in different sections like the Google Doc that I have shared with you. You can ask question over there. You can also post your views on the discussion board, and if you want, you can also post any new articles on this topic at tweet section. Feel free to contact me for any questions or any clarifications you need on this chapter. So, if you were to spend more than the income each year, what you have to do? You have certain amount of income and you are spending more than that. In that case, obviously, you have to borrow some money. In addition, if you are borrowing the money, then you have to pay interest payments or interest on your debt. So when you have to pay interest for your debt, what you are doing? You are allocating the portion of your income required for those interest payment that would require sacrificing the use of the funds to purchase other items. So, if there would have been no debt, you could have spent your entire income in different, goods or services. But since you have borrowed money, you have to pay the interest. What you are doing? You are unable to purchase certain items. You are sacrificing that. Did you know that for a number of years, federal government has been spending more than it has received in taxes, and it has resulted in ever larger debt. The annual interest payments on the debt are projected to be double between now and 2025. The US government's budget deficit ballooned to nearly 1 trillion in 2019. The United States fiscal imbalance widened for the 4th consecutive year despite a sustained run of economic growth. The deficit, it grew to about like $205 billion or 26% in the past year. Now think of these two questions. How growth in those interest payments has begun to constrain the portion of tax revenues that the government can allocate to the discretionary fiscal policy expenditures. What are the economic implications of increased government indebtedness relative to the country's GDP?